Please enjoy this feature presentation of the Crooked River Radio Network. This program may contain adult content and is intended for mature audiences only.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The arguments begin now.
Good evening.
Evening.
I think. Welcome to the Art of Argument, everybody. This is Pat, and that's Dale over there on the other side. And we're here to argue tonight. Boy, we're going to argue about some good stuff. I want to take and tackle the Doge with Elon and his motivations. I want to talk about getting rid of the penny. And I also would like to talk about some of the Trump presidential appointees. So, we're in for a good hour here. And so what do you think, Mr. Dale? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing wonderful.
Yeah, how's the video looking?
Great. Now, see, I don't have problems with this kind of video. It was like if I tried to play somebody else's video.
Yeah.
That's where the computer's having an issue. So obviously this is working fine. We're all good.
Yeah, that's good, I guess. Let's get into the first of the topics, I guess, for now. What do you want to cover first? The penny?
Sure, that's a light one to start things off with.
Okay, that's been proposed by Mr. Trump. That he told the U.S. Mint to quit making pennies. I'm not sure he has the actual authority to do that, because that may be an act of Congress, isn't it? I'm not positive, but that's not the point, though. The point is, if he wants to get rid of the penny, I, on the other hand, I can see both sides of it. I can see the fact that you're going to have some way of keeping in check the I just thought of a way that could actually be handled. We'll discuss that in a minute. You need to keep in check the amount of money or the amount of money that would be gained off of rounding up from something like that. In other words, if it was $2.97 and you rounded up to $3, that's 3 cents. That's 3% actually. And on the other side of that coin, you're not going to have any manufacturers or anything for that matter that are going to round it down. And if so, what's the next thing you get rid of? The nickel? The quarter? And is everybody going to pay dollars for stuff? And personally, I'm as long as there's some way of keeping in check, but you have to admit that if you do get rid of the penny, okay, you're going to take and probably some of these businesses are going to see a lot of money, because that's a lot of 3 or 4 cents roundups that could increase the bottom line, actually. If you had 100 customers, that'd be, $4? If you had thousands of customers, it's the kind of money that's going to be. What do you think?
Well, I think you're looking at it from the wrong angle. Now, I did look at it from yours because I'm like, well, yeah, if you take away the penny, then now you have this rounding issue. Are we rounding up? Are we rounding down? But then when I looked into it, what you're thinking is not what is happening. Um, it costs the U.S. government 3 cents to produce a penny.
I realize that.
Now let's do the math there. So the worth of a penny is a penny, but it's costing us 3 times that to produce it. Now, what they're saying is let's stop minting pennies. Now, as we know, dollar bills and stuff like that, they get jacked up, cranked up, squished up, whatever. And there's a need to take them out of circulation. So therefore, we print some more to make up for what has been taken out of circulation. With coins, they have a lifespan of God knows how long. I mean, you're still finding wheat pennies, and those are old. A wheat penny, by the weight of it and the amount of copper in it, is actually worth 3 cents as opposed to a penny. Now, you take the other pennies, they're not worth that much. But what I'm trying to say is there will be pennies around for years and years and years and years to come. We're just going to stop producing them and save that money to do something else with. I'm all for it.
The other question is, how much, if we go, it seems like we're trending to a cashless society. And if they're going to do that, if there's the plans are to do that, then what happens with your online commerce and that? Do you do away with the penny there too? Because there again, you're raising the prices. You're getting another 3% of bottom line increase.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you are.
Because pennies are still there. We're not taking pennies out completely. We are stopping printing pennies.
Well, eventually they're going to run out.
But there's God knows how many pennies out there.
Then
unless you're going to go buy a $700 couch with 27 bags worth of pennies, which I'm going to take a wild guess and say your local mattress store is not going to allow you to do it. Because you're going to be like, hey, it's all there. It's all there. If you want to count it, go ahead. You think they're going to fucking count it? No. So that's not going to happen. Pennies are still pennies, and they will be here for a very, very, very long time. And by the time that they actually go away, nobody will give a shit about the penny because we will probably already be in this cashless society that you are speaking about, but it's not going to happen in the next 5 minutes. I mean...
Oh, it's going to happen eventually. Because if you do away with that...
Long after you and I are gone.
There are times where I still use cash. I don't know about you, but I don't always throw stuff on the credit card. In fact, I
have a bank card that uses my bank account. Okay. Yeah. And pennies come off of my bank account and stuff like that. And it's the money that I have in the bank, and that's what I use. I prefer, generally speaking, not to carry cash because, well, if you rob me, then one, you're not getting cash. Two, I'm going to have my card shut off before you even make it to the next store. Okay. I mean, it's, I guess that's one good thing about, cell phones. I think they suck, but that's one good thing about them. but you have a little bit more control. But we're talking about a penny here. I don't think that's going to like change the fucking world or anything like that if we stop printing pennies.
This is one of those points where we agree to disagree, because like I said, I know eventually this is going to come to a head somewhere, and when it does, it's going to be. I'm curious to see how they're going to handle it.
But if I'm spending, we have I know we're going to get into Doge, but we have this situation where they've realized it costs more money for me to stamp a piece of metal than you can receive for it when you go shopping. Why? Why? It costs the federal government 3 cents so that you can have a penny in your fucking pocket.
When you do away with the
Why?
penny,
Quit printing them. Look how much money
you do away with the penny, and you're talking inflation by the end of it.
No, you're not, because there are still pennies in circulation.
You're inflating
They didn't
the price
say
that those disappear.
They did not say they were taking pennies out of circulation. They said they were going to
stop when they stop
printing them.
When they stop printing them, that's what's going to happen. They're going to take them out of circulation.
Like I said, you can go find a 1900 fucking penny in your fucking change that you just grabbed from the grocery store. Okay? That's 125 years ago. All right, and it's still there, and it still works. So you think we're going to run out of pennies in the next freaking 5 minutes? No, there are enough pennies around this fucking country that we're going to have pennies. Okay, you can still use the penny, but we're not going to make more just so we can put LeBron James on the front of a penny and stamp a new one and spend all this money so we can have a LeBron James penny because we all love him so much. Who gives a shit? We don't need to print more pennies. That's saving money. If you're a man that lives in a house that's on a budget, if it costs you 3 cents to print a penny and that penny only gives you 1 cent, would you keep doing it? No.
I can understand that side of it, but it still could lead to inflation in the long run.
How's it going to lead to inflation?
Because you're eliminating it, and the prices are going to go up.
Let's talk about the inflation your past president just caused on the United States of America.
Here we go.
And you're worried about a fucking penny.
Here we go.
You're worried about a penny. Really?
Here we go.
Really?
Yeah, here we go.
Yes, folks, this is not a G-rated show. Especially when I'm involved.
Here we go. Anyway.
You want to argue? Here I am.
Yeah, me too.
What you got? What, nothing? Speechless? Speechless?
No, I'm not.
You got nothing.
What do you mean I got nothing? I've been conversing with you for the last 16 minutes.
I'm talking about now. Talking about now. What, you got nothing?
I got all kinds of stuff. What do you want to hear about?
You can't come back against what I just said?
You're trying to take and pin.
You have no argument?
You're trying to pin that whole Democratic bullshit society on me, and it ain't going to work. I didn't vote for any of that shit. I didn't vote for your president. So what the fuck? Why are you trying to pin all this shit on me? It ain't my problem.
I ain't trying to pin nothing on you.
No, you're not.
I'm just talking about those
people.
You
just said 2 minutes ago, you're Democratic, you're bullshit. It's not mine. I didn't vote for that shit.
Your president that you aligned
here we go.
With,
your president.
That you aligned yourself with.
He's gone.
and agreed
You
with
flipping,
for
you
4 fucking
flipping
years.
Steelers fans all live in the past. You got to come up to this.
I'm not living in the past. I'm just bringing up facts.
You got to come up to the future sometime.
So it's like, well, yeah, we found out he's fucking crazy. We found out this. We found out that. Yeah, I better not bring him up anymore. And I better not tell anybody that I voted for his ass and that
I voted for Biden.
I agreed with every single thing he did. Now that we're finding out all this other crazy
I voted
shit,
for Biden, but I didn't agree to all the bullshit that he put up here. I didn't agree to any of it. He told me, just like your president told me, I was going to have cheaper gas and cheaper food. And I'm still waiting for both of them. Biden put the food prices up, and yours is about to jack it up more. $10 a fucking carton for eggs. Give me a break.
Well, that's not like
who's responsible for that?
But, you know.
Yeah, bullshit. You ain't got nothing?
Oh, I got plenty. Because I'm not understanding where you're trying to go with your little defense mechanism you have going on. You thought you was going to have $2 eggs overnight?
I'm waiting.
I told you that. I think last time we talked.
I said give it time. I'm still waiting for the food prices to go down. It's been a fucking month. Didn't they say 40 days the other night? Or 40 days yesterday?
Well, right now it seems like we're concentrating on cleaning out the fucking government.
Oh, I can't wait to get into that subject. You're cleaning out the government with a bunch of 24-year-old kids appointed by somebody that is of German descent that isn't a government official because he hasn't went through the approvals of the government. Good God. And everybody out there knows who I'm talking about, Elon. If he wanted to find I'm going to tell you what I think. I better not. I better rephrase that.
No, tell me what you think.
What I see with this pair of eyes and that Elon Musk bullshit.
How can you see anything? Never mind. I'm just being funny. Go ahead.
You see that? You see that, Dale? You see that? You see that, Dale?
I'm just being funny. Lightening the tone for a second.
What I see is a bunch of 24-year-old punks that have been put out and told, you go find all the corruption you can find. Okay, they're finding some, but they weren't pointed in the right direction. If you want to find fucking corruption, go investigate the Defense Department. Go make them balance their fucking budget after 7 fucking years. And go look at that subject. Go look at that topic. Because I know that they haven't had a balanced budget in that Defense Department in over 7 years. You go find the money there. And then start going to some of this little bullshit. That Elon Musk just so happens to have contracts that those places are getting in the way of. Give me a break. I didn't vote for that guy. I would never vote for that communist. And it's just bullshit.
You know what's funny is, all the Democrats, I'm not saying you.
You are. Point me at
okay, yeah, I did say all. I'm saying most Democrats were pushing this Green New Deal. Who is the biggest producer of electric vehicles and electric stuff like that is supposed to be environmental friendly? But all of a sudden, he's a bad guy. He was doing everything you wanted him to do when you wanted him to do it. And then now all of a sudden, he's not so good anymore.
And now
give me that.
Now all of a sudden we're going to just try to take the steam off of him. Talk about avoiding the point.
I'm going to peel the steam
why
off
didn't
of
he
him.
go at? Why didn't he go after the Defense Department to get
He ain't got there yet.
He ain't going to ever get there. I'll guarantee you that.
Okay.
There's so
Well,
much.
guess what?
And if you do that, you're not going after the corruption.
You know
in
where
this
he
country.
did get? You know where he did get? Now, you're an old motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
As I said, you collecting the Social Security check?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I knew this. I know this.
Have you recently seen anything that they've uncovered with the Social Security Department?
Not that I've seen in writing, no.
Okay. Well, you need to do a little research. Do you realize how many millions and millions of people over the age of 120 that we are paying Social Security checks for? One of them being 360 years old.
I don't believe that.
Now, if that's
I want to see that in writing.
finding corruption,
I want to see that in writing.
And wrongdoing, I don't see what is. Now, how much, if you take those people, and they've already been proven that these people are dead, obviously the 360-year-old person is fucking dead because you can't find him in fucking Guinness. If we start pulling that money back, how much money goes back into the Social Security fund, which we've been saying, oh, the Social Security fund is going to run out. Oh, if the government gets shut down, you're not going to get your Social Security check. Oh, blah, 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 blah. That's what you Democrats keep spewing every time that there's a question over the fucking budget and shit like that. Well, wait a minute. How about we quit paying dead people?
How about we go after the fucking Defense Department that hasn't had a fucking balanced budget for over 7 years?
Wait a minute.
Do you think that they spend less money than Social Security? You're out of your fucking mind if you think that.
That's not my point.
Yes, it is. You're trying to.
We haven't
we bring all these Social Security monies back.
You don't think
we bring all the damn defense departments that they're paying $17 million for a flipping light bulb for.
Exactly. You don't think we're not going to get to that point?
I don't think I'll ever see it. I won't see that in the rest of my lifetime.
What's more important to the American people? Your Social fucking Security check.
I won't see it in my lifetime.
And handling that.
Because they don't have any intention of
moving along.
Going after anything that
They're moving along one at a time. Yeah, these 24-year-olds that you speak of, these fucking morons.
That had no fucking right to go there to begin with.
Found that this is... Oh, so... You know what?
Do you want a 24-year-old?
You're right. Elon Musk.
Do you want a 24-year-old looking and being able to access your Social Security number? Mr. Defensive, and I carry a gun and everything like that. Do you want a 24-year-old from a government that isn't an appointed employee looking at your Social Security number and able to access all your tax information? And everything else? Can you honestly tell me you want that, Dale?
Well, people have been doing
you've just bullshit they've been doing.
It's the United States government. It's the United States government.
You're out of
you
your
don't
mind
think they don't have access to my shit? Of course they do.
It's
the United States government.
That stuff is high-level security clearances, and those people that looked at that stuff didn't have it.
Yeah, but those people with no security clearance found out that your check has probably been cut because of all the extra money they're spending on fucking dead people. And you don't even seem to blink a fucking eye. You think it's okay. You know what?
I don't remember. Let me run this show back a little bit. I don't remember fucking hearing
or still collecting a check.
I don't remember saying that I was in disagreement with that.
Oh my God! I can't believe this.
And I can't believe
I
it either.
really cannot believe this.
Let me run I just started the replay button. I wonder if I can access it. Anyway, as far
I don't get it.
as far as I'm concerned, I don't.
Pay all the people.
If you're going to take and you're going to go look at high level security stuff, you need the clearance to look at it. That's all I'm saying. Not some 24-year-old punk. Not Elon Musk, who isn't a
All
fucking
the president
government.
has to do is nod an eye and they have their clearance. Okay? They have their clearance. That's why the courts have allowed them to do what they're doing.
That.
The courts have allowed them to do what they're doing.
The courts have stopped them.
And then they've allowed them.
And then they've stopped them.
How do you think they got into the Social Security office? Because
By
nobody wants
threatening to shut it down.
Nobody wants them.
Oh, let's
to
just close
see
it all
what
down.
they're going to find. We're trying to keep everything under. Like, in other words, another thing they found was that, do you realize, now we wonder why the media is so liberal, that USAID, how much money was being sent to different reporters and the different news studios throughout the country that are all obviously very liberal. They were giving them all this money. Really? You wonder why
places that's getting
the media acts the way it does.
That's one of the places that's getting in the way of Elon Musk. That's
we're finding corruption.
Oh, bullshit.
We're finding wrongdoing.
You want to find corruption.
We're trying to fix the rights.
You want to find corruption.
Go
wrongs. To the right places to look. Sure, Social Security. Social Security is one of them.
We'll get there.
Bullshit. You ain't never going to see that, Dale. I'll put $100 on it right now. That within the next 4 years, you don't see one goddamn investigation with them. That's not going to happen. They know there's corruption there. They know that they're spending too much damn money. But are they going to turn any of that around? Fuck no. There's too many people got their hands in it. That's the one thing you got.
Nobody had their hands in the other shit.
That's the one thing you have to wonder.
Hey, you know what?
That's the one thing.
Man to man,
let me say this. That's the one thing that you have to wonder when you go to look at Social Security as this. What is it? USAI or whatever.
Oh, USAID.
The DEA, DEI, whatever the hell it is. How many people have got their money, got their hands out in all that? How many people are getting?
That's what we're working on here.
How many people are getting kickbacks from some of that stuff?
That's what we're working on. That's what we're working on.
You ain't never going to see it. You ain't never going to see an investigation there, especially the Defense Department. It's not going to happen. And you can take that to the bank. If Elon wants you to take it to the bank, he'd rather investigate the.
I'm a man. Because the way they're running through everything.
Don't you think they're trying to do it fast?
On live video.
Don't you think they're trying to do that too fast? Don't you think they're trying to go to all that stuff too fast? I mean, in the first week, you had 3 departments closed down? You're trying to destroy the government.
No, trying to fix the government.
Well,
you don't think that we're not spending money?
How many have they laid off so far? You've offered bailouts to 2 or 3 million people, something like that. What's that gonna do to your unemployment rate? You've pretty much told your government officials, fire all the temporaries. They're gone. You don't need them. They're not coming back. That's too much corruption, and that's not even a tenth of what. They're picking on federal employees, and that's what the whole thing is like 12% of the budget, something like that. Did I read? I read that a while ago.
I'll tell you what you're talking about. You just go to Social Security, you're talking about a whole lot of money.
Well, don't go just there. You need to go to all of it. if you're going to do it. But
Like I said,
I'll tell you
if
what's
you go
not going to
to
happen.
the age
You
of
ain't-
120, you have several million people being paid checks that are dead. So what I'm saying to you is,
where did you see
I'm
that?
guessing the dead people
You would think
probably aren't
something like
getting
that.
the checks.
You would
So
think-
where was the money being funneled to? That's what we're talking about. We got the Biden administration. We got this going on.
You got the
Where
Trump
is this
administration
money being
before
funneled
that.
to?
You had the Trump.
Where is that money going to?
You had the Trump administration before that.
That don't mean it was happening then.
Huh. Oh yeah.
Oh, it could have been.
And this last election.
Because you know what?
There wasn't a problem with the last election.
If it probably was going on then, you know why? Because
I need a
nobody was
drink.
looking at it.
Jesus Christ! Give me a Flora. Can you give me some water? I need a drink.
Yeah, he needs get him some fucking booze.
Give me some wine or something.
I mean, you don't. I just that doesn't faze you. But I'm going to tell you, as a man, now that
I want to see where you.
down,
No, I want you talk about proof. I want to see where. I want to see. Well, I want to see where you've read that that there was supposed to be people of 120 years old getting that. Where'd you read that? Was it in social media?
I actually heard that on the radio.
Is it on social media?
They were repeating the website. Unfortunately,
here we go with
being on the phone with
everything on websites.
Cable,
everything on websites is true.
By the next time we meet, I will be able to hopefully find you something.
Everything on websites is true. I know. I got one.
Well, why not? That's what you go by.
I can flip and put anything I want to put on that website.
I know, and any dumbass will fucking believe that shit.
Yep.
Except me.
Yep.
But, you know, I mean, that's...
You're believing that people 120 year old are getting Social Security.
The guys looked at the information. It was there. But I'm going to tell you what. And I'm trying to help you out here because you feel so confident. But every time I try to talk, you start something. So give me like a half a second. Man to man, right here on this television show that I know you're recording, I will bet you that $100 that you brought up, that the Defense Department will be investigated eventually.
Within
the next 4 years.
Okay.
Well,
I'll take that bet.
Yeah.
I'll take that bet.
Okay. So here you have it. That's down.
And it has to be provable.
What do you mean provable?
There has to be some proof.
Yeah, it'll be all over the news.
Yeah, well.
So if that ain't provable enough. Oh, wait, yeah. So you don't trust your Democratic liberal news anymore?
I don't trust any news.
Oh, okay.
I don't trust.
So,
I don't trust
well,
the
that'll be
Republican
awesome.
news either.
Either way, and it could cost us, any money at the end of the day, because whatever. But
and if I ain't here,
I'll make the bet.
If I ain't here in the next 4 years, you got to pay it to my estate.
I mean, come on. Stealing that much money from the Social Security Department, and you don't even flinch.
I'm not sure it's happening.
That controls your check. You're not that. What, you think they made it up?
When's the last
They're
time?
looking at the files on the computers and shit.
When's the last time that there was?
You think they made it up?
When's the last time that there was an actual budget check on them?
That's the point. There probably never has been. And that's what we're doing now.
Well,
we have a billionaire with some business sense in there directing his people to look at things, and these are the things that we are finding. And this is how we're going to, try to bring the budget in check. And what like I said, look at all that money that could be put back into your Social Security fund.
It ain't gonna ever go back in
To,
there.
we're going to run out of money.
You're
We're
gonna
going
go
to
to try to settle the budget.
run out of money. But now we have
And the
these
government will still take
millions
the
and
fucking
millions
money.
and billions of dollars we can force feed back into the Social Security fund
It's not gonna.
just
There
by
is
not
no
paying
way.
debt people
There is no way
so that
in
you
hell.
can make more money, or the people after us can still collect Social Security.
There is
If
no
I got
way
to
in
pay
hell that
into
money's
it,
ever going
I
back
want to know
into
it's
Social
there when
Security.
I need it.
If they take and if they do prove and are able to recover any of that money, it ain't never going back to Social Security.
It's not a matter of they're not. No. I'm telling you that money.
It'll go into the general fund for the
Okay,
United States.
let's just say you're the biggest crook in the world. You are the biggest crook in the world.
No, your president.
Would you try to collect Social Security from an individual that was over 300 years old
If it would work.
and think you're not going to get caught? No, you wouldn't do that. So my thought is, especially the millions and millions and millions over 200 years old. Okay, over 200 years old. Now,
Wait a minute.
that money is going somewhere. Are we
100
funneling
years
money
old, I might be.
into a different account or something else?
I gotta check. I'm gonna fact check you here. Hang on just 1 second.
Fact check my fucking punk ass.
I'm gonna. In fact, let me
Go to I'mADemocrat.com and see what it tells you.
Social Security history. No. I just fact checked you. Your 200 and 300 year old bullshit is not going to fly. The Social Security Act was signed into law by Franklin D. Roosevelt on the date of August 14th, 1935. So 350-year-old people, I ain't buying it. I didn't like that when you said it, and I ain't buying it now.
Well, it could have been 340. It was 340 or 360. But either way, whatever.
No, it can't
but
be.
There allegedly is
the-
one person
The
being paid money.
Social Security is only 100 years old, Dale.
That's my point. That's my point.
And you're sitting here telling me there's people that are collected.
I'm telling
collected
you
it for
that
200
there are
years.
checks coming out of the
bullshit.
U.S. government
I want to
for
see
these
one.
individuals. So if there aren't physical checks coming out of the U.S. government to these people, where is this money being funneled to? Where is the money being funneled to?
If it's under 100 years old or 120, 130 years old, I might believe that. 120, I might believe. Because the Social Security Act was signed in 1935. That was what, 90 years ago. And that was when they started.
I think there was like 5-6 million people up to the age of, between 110 and 120 that are being paid. Now, how many of those people do you know of?
I think somebody's got their facts wrong.
Are living in the United States? Come on, where's Guinness? Where's Guinness involved? Who's the oldest person in the fucking world? I mean, you can see. So what I'm saying is, if these things are coming up on the computer that the government is writing these checks, if they're not actually writing those checks and haven't been for God knows how many years, where is that money going? Where was it being funneled to? They were using the Social Security to get money for other places. Because I don't think, now, let's say you're the biggest crook in the fucking world. Would you try to collect a Social Security check for your 140-year-old grandmother? Hell no, because you know damn well you get busted in a fucking New York minute. Your ass will get nailed. But these people are on the books, and whether anybody in the world is receiving a physical check, this money is leaving the office. Where is it going to?
That's a good question.
Okay. That's perfect cause for an investigation. And you're like, I didn't elect you, so just let this fucking money that's coming out of my fucking pocket, your fucking pocket, your wife's pocket, my wife's pocket, and everybody else's pocket is just flowing out the fucking door. But you don't give a shit because you don't like Donald Trump and you don't like Elon Musk. That's all it is. You don't like them. So
what's
you don't
it got to do with me? Just because I don't like him. You're not my president.
It's got to do with you.
I didn't vote
You're
for him.
You're complaining about a guy trying to possibly get you more money in your fucking Social
You ain't going to
Security
ever
check.
see that.
But you want to complain about
You're
it.
living on... If you think you're living in the clouds. Because if they ever recovered any of that, which it's doubtful that they would.
It's not a matter of recovering it. It's a matter of stopping those payments.
It would not.
And then if you stop those payments.
You stop the payments. It's still going to. It's not going to stop the bleeding. It's not going to stop the bleeding.
To stop those.
They're going to put that money back in the general fund, and that'll be the end of that. You'll never see it again.
You don't need to put it back in the general fund.
That's where it's going to go. That's where it's going to go.
Social Security.
If they recover any of that, that's exactly what.
How are they going to recover it? Because I'm telling you, it went to foreign countries, it went to this, it went to that, it went to something else. It didn't go to the American people. This is what we're trying to find and fix. And you're just not fucking getting it. You just don't get it.
You think that they're going to... You think that's going to make some...
At the same time, you hate the government we have right now, but you love the government.
No, I don't.
The government's going to fix everything.
No, I don't. I never said that. I never said that. Prove it.
The government right now is trying to help you.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
And you have...
Whatever.
If
you believe that, you fucking might as well believe that we had a fair election this last time. That there was no cheating.
Oh, but there was no cheating last time?
There was no cheating. No way.
There was no cheating last time?
Nope, there was no cheating.
There was no cheating last time.
There hasn't ever been
Kamala
any
fucking
cheating.
Harris didn't get elected. There was cheating involved.
There hasn't ever
the
been
whole
any.
fucking country spoke and said you guys are full of fucking shit.
Yeah, works both ways.
What?
He just put a few extra million. He just put a few extra million votes in.
Yeah,
and he ended up getting it this time.
Yeah, a few million. That's all it took.
That's all it took.
Million.
Yeah,
you're right. He put a few million votes in. That's all it took to win that election. Hey, go look at the scoreboard. It was a hell of a lot more than a few million. Okay, because nobody liked that 180. Okay, even Democrats moved over to the Republican Party because they could see what was going on. They may not be diehard Republicans, but they moved that way. And you know what? You and your union ways and your democratic views, you stuck there. That's fine.
If it wasn't for me and my Democrat,
I respect it.
If it wasn't for me and my union ways, you wouldn't be living like you are right now.
About it. How dare you look at the Social Security office? How dare you try to figure out that they've been taking money from me? How dare you do this? I didn't elect you. Really?
I didn't elect him.
That's basically what you're saying.
I didn't elect. Nobody elected Elon Musk. Show me the vote for him. What
Nobody had to vote for
fucking
him.
right does he have to take and work in the top office of the United States? And he's a fucking businessman when he's got goddamn contracts with this same United States for the space program and everything. Where is that not a conflict of interest? Give me a reason why that isn't a conflict of interest. Let's hear this one.
How is he working in the top office in the United States? He ain't the fucking president.
This appointee, he said he was co-president, for Christ's sake.
Oh, where'd you hear that? Fucking Jimmy Kimmel?
He said it live.
He was watching Jimmy Kimmel?
He said it live. I watched it.
Oh, Jimmy Kimmel?
I was right before the salute. Hey, we won!
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, here we go.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. We have.
Yeah.
You need to look at the news, too.
You're fucking ridiculous.
So are you.
You just. Oh, my Lord. You just.
We have had a good argument. What?
I don't know whether you do it just to fire me up and you actually believe the shit that is firing out of your mouth.
That's what I'm here for.
Or if you just do it to fire me up so the show is interesting. I really don't know.
You got me on both counts.
I'm just like, wow.
You got me on both counts. I'm firing you up. And you don't even realize
come on. Trying to be fucking Howie Chiswick over there? Fucking registered Democrat decides with the Republicans? I mean, shit. I don't know.
I have told you since day one, I don't consider myself really connected with any of the.
You're so full of shit. Your eyes are fucking brown.
Sometimes I like what the Democrats do. Sometimes I like what the Republicans do. What the fuck's the difference?
Huh. Yeah, but you got no problem trying to point out what you think the Republicans.
Oh, that's just because.
So obviously you have them Democratic views.
That's just because
or leanings, shall I say?
Well, I have Republican leanings too.
No shit. We've talked about that.
And I'll teach you.
I'll
teach you some of the Democratic leanings.
If you ever get there, I mean, you're still a Democrat in recovery.
At least I'm not a Republican in hiding.
But for whatever reason, you got to burr up your ass about Elon Musk and about Donald Trump, and no matter what we discuss, you will go the Democratic direction.
What I want to know.
But when we talk about other things, all of a sudden you become a Republican.
What I would like to know.
It's whatever.
I want you to tell me how you look at this. How do you look at somebody that's got billions of dollars of contracts with the United States? Billions of dollars. Being appointed to something like Doge. Or Doge or whatever the hell they're calling it.
Well, if you notice, I got into that
working with President Trump.
How can billions and billions?
Yes, it is. Go look it up. He's got $1 billion. He's got $1 billion contracts with NASA.
But
that's a fucking government agency.
Okay, but you have the Democrats. Okay.
Oh, now we're going to start pointing at all of the Democrats. You're avoiding the issue here. I want to know how you justify.
We have the Biden administration and their big green deal and all that shit. The man makes electric cars. He owns Tesla, the biggest maker of electric vehicles and different things like that in the country. So obviously they were pumping him some money.
Yeah. To
try to continue that process. Okay?
That's called commerce, yeah.
Does that not make it okay? Because Democrat did it?
He wasn't working.
Okay.
He wasn't working in the Democratic Party.
It just so happens.
He wasn't working in the Democratic Party.
But you know what? He's working for a man.
Bullshit, Dale.
Listen to
he's
me.
working with the president of the United States when he's dealing with the United States.
And he's working for a man that
bullshit.
says, drill, 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 drill. So, how is he affecting Donald Trump's opinion? He's not.
I don't believe that.
He got the money he got
there
is Democratic Party.
There is too many temptations there
for their Green New Deal
to ever believe that.
And
I would never ever believe
that's where the money's coming from.
The money doesn't make any difference. It's the conflict of interest. Can't you people see that?
Hold on, a minute and a half ago it was the money.
It's a conflict of interest because he's got billions of dollars in contracts with the United States, and he's
what's that got to do
working in the government
with Social Security? What's that got to do with all the other
what
things
I'm going to do, Dale?
He's investigating.
I'm going to go buy your business. I'm going to have you working with me, and we're going to go in this business together. And then I'm going to have you taken and work on the line, and I'm going to have you taken. I'm gonna buy you expensive cars, and I'm gonna really have you hyped up on me. And I'm gonna take and give you $1 million a day for whatever campaign you want to blow it on. But as long as you give me these $1 billion contracts that I've got from NASA, or these $1 billion contracts that I've got from selling my electric fleet to the United States, so that they can run my cars around and my trucks around the United States. This is what I'm after. You and most of the Republicans are not seeing this. That guy is the richest. He's the richest man in the world, and he's making deals. Is he buying Trump? Did that $1 million a day buy Trump? Think about this. This guy has got billions of dollars in contracts with the United States, and he's supposedly working for them. And he's supposedly the best friend of Donald Trump. How can you tell me there's no conflict there? You might as well take a rubber stamp and put it all over the top of them.
Sounds to me like
it's conflict of interest.
You're describing the Democratic Party.
Bullshit. You're not turning it back on.
You're
not going to turn it back on the
Democrats. They never did that.
You're not going to turn it back on the Democrats.
There was never any streamline of money, and we still can't figure out where the money from the Social Security Department went to. But you're streamlining of money.
You're talking apples and oranges.
And this man is actually uncovering.
You're talking apples and oranges just because you don't want to answer my question.
Listen.
Answer my question.
Problems.
Answer my question.
Within the U.S. government.
Answer my question.
That's why it's called government efficiency.
Answer my question.
What the fuck is your question?
Is it or is it not a conflict of interest for Elon Musk to be working in the that top echelon of the United States when he's got billions and billions of dollars in contracts with the United States?
Well, I want to see those contracts, but
you can look them up online. You can look the stuff up.
I would say, with what I've seen him do so far, yes.
Okay, then what gives him the right to actually look at your Social Security number, your information, your tax information, and everything else? Bullshit.
That's not what they're looking at.
That's what they looked at.
No, that's what they can look at.
That's why they went to the IRS.
They're fucking going.
That's why they went to the IRS.
Where the government checks are fucking
They
going.
wanted to see what everybody was making.
And they want to make sure if you're getting a Social Security check, you're fucking alive. That's what they're trying to check, to make sure you're fucking alive.
No.
And you're like I don't get it.
There's a lot of hidden motives here.
It's like you don't want.
There's a lot of hidden motives here.
Figure out that y'all have been fucking up.
You guys don't want us to know you're fucking us in the ass.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Well,
that's where
I guess
this is
we're
headed.
fucking you in the ass.
That's where this is
I'm
headed.
not even gonna try to fucking argue with that because the way you are tonight, it ain't even fucking worth it.
The way I am
I mean,
tonight.
it's fucking wasting my
Yeah,
goddamn
the way
time.
I am tonight.
Oh,
You're
man.
funny, Dale.
Well, normally you'll listen to
you
fucking
should
reason.
do stand-up comedy. Did you ever
Normally
think
you
about
will
doing
listen
that?
to reason, but you ain't even listening to fucking reason tonight. You just like
I'm
on that.
listening. I'm listening to
Fuck
reason. I just
Elon,
want answers.
Fuck Trump. Fuck them all. Fuck you. Fuck your family. Fuck everybody else. Fuck your dogs. Fuck your kitty cat. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them all. That's where you are today.
Oh, good
I mean,
God.
and it's whatever. I mean,
Well, at least I got you to admit one thing.
what? That you're full of shit?
That that Musk has got some conflicts of interest.
No, I did not
you,
admit that.
you admitted it. You said,
How
well,
about-
yeah. If that's the way it is, well, yeah. Well, that's the way it is. So, yeah.
There's no conflict of interest. He's not gaining
The
from
hell
doing
he's
what
not.
he's doing.
What do you call he's
He's
flipping
not-
$1 billion in
not trying-
contracts?
Has he gotten more
Christ.
money in his pocket? Has he gotten more money in his pocket from
Yeah.
what he's doing?
I'd bet on it.
No, he hasn't.
Bullshit. I call bullshit on this one.
He's looking at Trump as a businessman. He looked at another businessman to try to go into the business of government and find out where shit was fucked up. And that's what we're doing. And we're trying to streamline things and make government more efficient. And then because typical Democrat is oh no, he's trying to steal my money. When the guy's trying to give you more money, you're accusing him of trying to steal your money. And I don't fucking get it. It's, you don't like Trump, you don't like Musk. I get it. You don't like them. The facts talk for themselves.
Tell
How
me
many
what does the difference between me liking Elon Musk have to do with the price of tea in China?
Well, absolutely
It don't
nothing.
matter. It don't matter.
Because it don't matter.
It don't matter what I think. But you're
it's gonna
trying
be
to pin
about
it on me.
25%. It's going to be about 25% higher because I think we got some tariffs on China.
Yeah,
But,
that's another
whatever.
thing that's going to end up
But
biting
that's
you
what
guys
will
in the
have to
ass.
do with the price of tea in China.
Because when they put tariffs out, it's usually bad.
I
It
mean,
usually ends up bad.
It wasn't that bad
And the
last
car
time.
sales, I think, for February or for January already, were down 4% over the past year. So whatever economic climb we were having is probably coming to an
I
end.
know. It's going to be fucking horrible.
Well, we'll see. Anyway, we've argued for
But
an hour and 1 minute now.
As long as you don't get any more money on your Social Security check, fuck it.
And as long as you
Don't
don't
look
get
at
any
Social
more,
Security.
I don't want to see any
Don't
more
look at
money
my
in your,
taxes either. 'Cause
I don't was
want
you
fucking
getting
lying
any,
for 27 years.
I don't
Is
want
that what
any
you're
more
worried
money.
about? You lying on your taxes for 27 fucking years?
I don't want to see any
You
money
know, you
going
trying
in.
to claim the fucking
You get
14 dogs you got over at the house?
You get
You try
no.
to claim them on your fucking
You
taxes?
get no tax return. Nope, no way. You get none. You get zero tax, zero tax return.
Oh, you got me fucking
It come to Israel. It's coming to Palestine. Oh my! That's been a hell of a show, ain't
Help
it?
me.
Somebody ought
Lord
to help you.
Jesus, help me with this man.
Somebody ought to
Help
help.
this man to discover I don't even know what to call it. Just give him clarity. Please, Lord Jesus. Give him clarity and help him understand how the world works.
Yeah, I pray for that for you too.
In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
I pray for those rose-colored glasses to come off your eyes.
I can still argue just the same without my glasses. No matter what color they are.
Oh, God. Anyway, it's been an hour and 4 minutes of fun. So let's, we can wrap this now if you want to. Or you got anything else you want to argue about quick?
No, I think at this point, there's
There's
no even attempting to
I'm trying to
reach
think
you
of
in
it.
any sort of way whatsoever. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we need to put this one to rest.
Yeah.
This one needs to go to rest. This one was a good one. It was a good one.
Yeah, this was
we need
this
to
was
put
a
it to
classic
rest.
argument tonight. This was one that teachers will be using. I can see this podcast in a political science class. Yep.
Yeah, they'll probably be going, you see these two dumb fuckers? This is what we actually want you to believe.
They both have pretty valid points, but one just doesn't believe the other one, and vice versa.
I guess it's pretty much what it comes down to. And you can validate any point that you have in some way. You can validate it, but it's just a matter of if the viewer is going to accept your validation. That's why I like doing this, because hopefully those people, like I said, that may be kind of on the fence or whatever, can listen to what you have to say, listen to what I have to say, and kind of, make their decision from there.
Yeah.
We're not the local news. We're not anything like that. We're just two guys that
are completely uncensored
about politics and whatever else comes up.
And we're completely uncensored.
So far, it ain't been too much to talk about other than politics. So hopefully.
I just thought of something. Did you hear there was another plane crash today?
Yes, I did. Matter of fact, it's like up on my window right now.
What the hell is going on with the FAA?
I gotta look. I'm trying to figure out how the plane ended up flipped over. They got everybody off the plane safely.
Upside down.
All that shit worked.
The plane was upside down.
Yes. It landed up. Somehow I don't know if it was on landing, but they lost the wing. They landed, the tail section got freaking cut off.
And I don't know how many people were on it. I didn't read
There were a few injuries, but absolutely nothing life-threatening. So whoever the captain was, God bless him. I don't know when the problem occurred, but God bless him. He got them all down safely.
The thing that is making me wonder, and I'm not going to point this at air controllers or anything else, but the thing, if this turns out to be a mechanical issue, that's somewhere that the Trump government needs to start getting, because up until this 2 weeks ago, there was not an air crash in 16 years in or around the United States. They had a couple of close ones. They had that Alaskan Airlines, which they supposedly fixed. But if this turns out to be a mechanical issue, they need to start getting on Boeing and that to start making sure that these damn planes are safe.
I agree.
Because with this, the way this is looking, that's going to hurt air travel, especially if you don't know if you're going to make it or not.
Everything I keep hearing, I don't want to call them recalls, but when they, like stop flights and this and that, and they won't let certain airplanes work. Boeing. Boeing keeps coming up. You're not hearing another airplane company being brought up. So yes, that's the question.
Well, you can even
Now,
take.
is it because the companies that own the planes are not following the proper maintenance procedures, or is it a Boeing issue?
Even if you take and look at the space side of Boeing, the Starliner that just stranded 2 people up there that was only supposed to be up there 8 days, and now it's going to be March before they come back home. And you have to wonder what if there's issues
Those
in
people
that
already
company.
came home.
No, they're not. They're not coming home until March, middle of March, because they've been stuck up
Sure.
there. Yes, sir. I just saw an article on them last night, and they said they're not coming home till mid-March. But being stranded up there like that's pathetic. Anyway, that should have never been. That Starliner should have never been able to fly. There should have been more regulation with that. But I ain't gonna even go into that on this show. Anyway, let's call this a night. If you're ready.
Go for it.
All right, y'all have a great evening. Next up on Crooked River Radio Network is Saturday morning at 11 a.m. As far as I know, we've had a couple of issues with people being out of town and issues with some other equipment and that. So we will be, as far as I'm concerned, we'll be back Saturday morning with 4 Guys on Sports. We have a lot of stuff to catch up on. So stay tuned for that. Sunday night will be the next Radioactive. That'll be Sunday at 7 p.m. And then next Monday night, we have the Nanosecond Podcast, which will be from 7 to 8 on Monday evening. I don't know what he's got planned yet, so I guess we'll see as we go along here this week. Anyway, thanks to everybody for looking at us, tuning us in on us, and I hope you enjoyed the argument tonight. I know I did. I'm sure Dale did.
I always do.
I left him shaking his head, so I accomplished something. And then you all have a blessed night, and we will see you in one of the shows or in 2 weeks. 7-3, everybody. Bye. If you want to hang a minute, I'll be over.
All right. I got a pedo.
Okay.